Commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes.
The Commissioner's Notes Podcast.
Well. Week 3 has passed. Another loss for Klug. Doesn't feel good. Feels bad.
Hey, it's me, 2-1 Marcus. Now you might be asking yourself, where's the victory hat today?
Where is it, Marcus?
The answer is I looked myself long and hard in the mirror today and I said, Marcus, are you really going to wear this victory hat every time you win? And the answer is no. You know why? That's saved for big wins, important wins against really, really good opponents. I would never, ever wear the big hat to rub it in the face of my good friend Sam Good. Just because he's an inferior opponent does not mean that this win means any less. And I want everyone to stop talking mess about my good friend Sam Good. Sam, great game. It's a shame you only scored like 67 points. That sucks. And I feel bad for you because I really care for Sam Good.
Stop it, you guys. It's rude. It's mean. He's trying his best. He's unfortunately crippled and shackled to a disgusting fantasy football team. It's bad. It's real bad for Sam Good, and the hope of getting back to his championship, it's not there because he spent all of his fab.
He did. He spent every last dollar he had on Jake Browning, who might not even be the Bengals starter moving forward. We don't know.
Yeah, he didn't perform well. The Bengals as a whole looked incredibly terrible. And on top of that, he also has Chase Brown, who's not performing. Icky Bengals situation, and Sam Good is deep in the thickness of that ickiness.
Icky. Oh, boy, do I feel bad for him. We'll get more into that later, though. Today, we wanted to talk about one specific thing here before we get into matchups, results from last week, things of that. And that's players that we are panicked on, officially panicked, good players that we enjoy, who officially it's time to hit the panic button on. Caleb, who did you bring to us today?
I hate to say it because I petitioned for him all offseason. I still believe in him. Bo Nix, I am officially panicked on Bo Nix. I don't know that I should be. He had a lackluster performance last week. There were so many throws where he just had a streaking, wide open, wide receiver going for a touchdown, and he overthrew him by a couple feet. It was devastating to see. I'm panicked, Marcus.
I don't blame you for being panicked. I want to tell you, though, hold tight, pal. I am not yet panicked on Bo Nix. I think he is still an elite quarterback in this league. I think, it takes a little bit of time. You change the cast and characters around just a little bit. Second year with Sean Payton. Give him some time to settle in. Sean Payton knows what he's doing. Bo Nix, pal, I'm here to tell you, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere on my squad because by a real stroke of luck, and by luck I mean a horrible performance from Russell Wilson, I've got another starting quarterback on my team, Jackson Dart, you sexy son of a bitch. Let's get it going, baby.
Incredible foresight by you to stash him this entire time. We knew it was coming. I did not anticipate it was going to come this early in the season. But congratulations on your brand new Jackson Dart.
Thanks. Feels great. Unfortunately, he's going to be playing the Chargers for his first game, so I don't feel great about that. So he might be sitting on my bench, but I got him.
But we're looking at a sweet stack of Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. Am I right?
Scatterboo.
Sweet Scatterboom. 5 big booms.
So sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom!
Yo, what the hell?
For Cam Scatterboo, the greatest player who's ever lived. My favorite player of all time. Thinking about getting a Cam Scatterboo jersey because he's the fucking man. So happy I got him off waivers last week, and it's Cam Scatterboo to the moon.
Yeah, he's really performed extremely well. He is who we thought and knew he was. Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's exciting. His personality is just fucking crazy. So he's a media darling, and he is also a fantasy football darling for Marcus. Congratulations.
America's running back one. My player that I'm panicked on is no other than Isaiah Pacheco. Holy moly, I do not know what happened to this man. He is traditionally the most ferocious running back in the entire league, runs incredibly angry. He is in a perfectly split timeshare right now. And it sucks. Kareem Hunt just is that pain in my side that won't go away. They both had 10 touches last week. Kareem got the touchdown. I think he has yet to rush over 50 yards in a game. I am completely panicked on Isaiah Pacheco. Probably going to hold on to him. I don't think he's in drop zone yet, but the panic alarm is on big time for Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, he broke that fibula. Not sure which part of his leg he broke.
His leg.
But he snapped it. But not typically an injury you expect him to not come back from. He's been playing awful, and I think that you might attribute that to the entire Kansas City Chiefs offense.
Kansas City,
the whole team.
They look awkward. They look weird. I think they're going to figure it out. I still think they'll make a deep run into the playoffs, but right now they look very weird. Patrick Mahomes doing some weird shit. Don't like it. Hopefully they can return the form here soon, and Isaiah Pacheco can regain control of that backfield.
Another person that I'm officially panicked on. Not on my team, Marcus.
Who is it?
It's on Jimmy's team.
Ooh.
And he really took the league by storm last year down in Jacksonville. Brian Thomas Jr., I'm panicked. And I'm panicked for you, Jimmy. He's just not performing. He has Shane Waldron as his coordinator, which they showed that little graphic. He was with JSN, left, JSN, popped off.
Yeah.
He was with Roma Dunze, left, Roma Dunze, popping off. And now he's stuck with you, Jimmy. He's with Brian Thomas Jr., who is playing pretty terribly. He's getting a lot of targets, so you can't really blame the effort by Trevor Lawrence. He's just not playing good, and I'm panicked.
If you are Jimmy, are you trading him right now while he still has that name value, or are you holding tight thinking it's going to
I think you're doing the same thing that Peen is doing with Jamar Chase, hoping that they rekindle some of that magic, have a big game, and then you sell high. But as of right now, he's pretty much worthless besides name alone, which somebody would probably do it. But Jimmy's smarter than that. Jimmy's going to wait. He's going to hope for a good performance from Brian Thomas Jr. Will it come? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I have no faith in Trevor Lawrence. Jimmy does. He came on this podcast very loudly and expressed how confident he was in Trevor Lawrence moving forward.
Goodness, I can't disagree anymore.
I
Jimmy.
just have never liked Trevor Lawrence. He's not my guy.
Nope.
I was stuck with him last year for a period of time, and therefore I especially don't have any faith in that man. I have one more player to get to, and that would be someone on Trevor's team.
Ooh, sucker Trev.
Dear Trevor. For anyone just joining in, Trevor only has 2 good players on his team in theory, and those are his 2 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. He's weak pretty much everywhere else. Now, having said that, a couple of his running backs have actually showed up.
And he is immediately trying to shop him for a wide receiver. Don't do it. Don't try and get in trade negotiations with Trevor. He's the worst. He's been giving me dog shit trades all year. It's been awful.
He's definitely in the running for a hardest person to trade with, although I have not engaged in any trades talks with him, but from what I hear.
Don't do it.
The player that I have here is wide receiver 72 on the season, believe it or not. Hasn't caught more than 4 balls and hasn't scored more than 8 fantasy points through 3 weeks.
Who could it be, Marcus?
Mr. Calvin Ridley, a man who's been in and out of our lives for years. Shows up when you don't need it, disappears when you need him. He doesn't seem to have that rapport going with Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just Cam Ward doesn't have that rapport with anyone. But he is really, really struggling. Like I said, less than 8 fantasy points throughout 3 weeks. It's just not been pretty over there. Hopefully Cam Ward can turn it around. I, though, at this point in Calvin Ridley's career, am panicked.
You know, we've had a nickname for Calvin Ridley in our league for a long time. It's the human grenade.
Human grenade.
He's either going to pop off for you or he's going to be a dud and not make any noise. So far, he has been a very, very old, possibly a dud grenade this year.
100%.
He hasn't even popped off once, so we can't even adequately give him that nickname. I'm also panicked. I also never believed in him. He had a great preseason, but that means nothing.
For sure. I think I haven't really truly believed in him ever since he got suspended for the gambling stuff. Ever since he's come back, something in me tells me he's not that guy. The Titans did just announce that Callahan, their head coach, is no longer the play caller. They're giving that responsibility to the quarterback's coach. Maybe that changes something. Probably not. The other thing is that their OC used to sit up in the box. They're making their OC come down on the field. See this shit firsthand.
Get down here.
I will say I am panicked on Calvin Ridley. I think in most leagues, he's probably a drop target. In our league, probably not. That being said, panic button on Calvin Ridley.
You know, Marcus, I'm also panicked about a few managers in our league, including
too.
you, Rami. Rami, I'm really thinking about you. Let's go through week 3, talk about some of those managers that we are panicked
Absolutely
on, some
panicked
that are
on.
overachieving and some that are downright awesome.
Absolutely. Let's just start at the top. Me versus Sam Good last week. I just feel so bad. 67.69 points for Sam Good is just flat out embarrassing, Sam, and I'm so sorry, dude. Sorry, Sam Good. Never rub it in your face, though.
Yeah, Marcus, you only scored 99 points. Decent performance, but you really
99.98, basically 100.
didn't not a great performance, but you don't really have to do much when you're going up against Sam Good with 67.69 points.
Correct.
God, it's bad. We got Rylan versus Trevor. Trevor still riding on his awesome quarterbacks. How long will that last? Who knows? He's got some nice running backs. He does have some depth there. He's immediately trying to trade one away for a wide receiver. Let's see if anybody buys into that trap. 126.192. Ooh, sad. Chubby Peen. 81.87.
It was a tough week. Penix looked icky.
He was actually benched by his own team. Not
just
looking good for
garbage
Peen.
time. He didn't lose his job, everyone. Let's hold off on that. Maybe someone picks up Kirk Cousins this week just to stash him, just to have a third quarterback option. I don't know who could possibly even think about that. Derrick Henry underperformed that fumble in the fourth quarter. Hate that. But yeah, Trevor, between Jordan Mason and J.K. Dobbins, accidentally fell into some great running back options, plus David Montgomery and Quinshon Judkins. Trevor is actually better than we think he is. It's just his wide receiver situation is disgusting. Mike Evans is out. I'm not quite panicked on him. Might be panicked on Ryland, though. We'll see.
Yes, we shall. A person that we're not panicked on, possibly that we're both scared of a little bit, Kyle. Kyle, the juggernaut of the league this year, 3-0, 106. Underperformed, but he was going up against Rami, who probably overperformed for Rami standards, scoring 103 points. Not going to get it done. Rami's team, very bad. 0-3. Kyle's very good, 3-0.
Rami has Russell Wilson as QB1 right now. He also has Aaron Rodgers. Russell Wilson, obviously no longer a starting quarterback in the NFL. He should retire right now. I heard a theory today that he's going to play himself out of the Hall of Fame if he doesn't just stop right now, which is crazy, but it's not that crazy, actually. Fortunately, he has Joe Flacco sitting in the shadows here. Joe Flacco, who put up 3.68 fantasy points last week. Rami, your quarterback situation is dire. Your running back situation is dire. Your wide receiver situation, despite Garrett Wilson popping off this week, is dire. So I am panicked. I'm hitting the panic alarm on Rami. Rami, this is not your year. Probably not. Next year, though, is probably your year, Rami.
Rami, you need a quarterback. I got a lot of them. Come talk to me, pal. I would love to get you out of this hole, or at least try to. It's pretty deep. And then we got Tommy going up against Sam Camp. Sam Camp, also very, very sad. Very, very bad team. 92 points. Tom, 143.49.
He exploded this week despite
Sexy.
Saquon Barkley having a very down week, despite Tyler Warren having a very down week, largely in part to the Vikings defense.
32 points, I think number 3 or number 4 score in all
on the
fantasy
entire
football.
week. I think it was
just
3.
fucking disgusting, but congratulations, Tom.
Jackson Smith and Jigba is a beast.
Oh, so
Omarion
good.
Hampton finally showed up. Tom is a scary, scary team. Hope to have him on the podcast here soon to discuss where he's at.
Best wide receiver depth in the entire league. Trevor, go talk to Tom. I'm sure you got a lot to talk about.
There's definitely something there if you want.
I don't want to talk about Sam's. We might talk about it later in the form of a song, but he's so bad.
Bad.
Clint, 119.91 to DJ. DJ also very bad, underperforming week, falls to 1-2. And old Clint Evans goes to 2-1, but it was not without a couple gigantic hits to his team. He lost his RB2.
He did.
And he'd already lost Austin Eckler, so he's pretty much got nobody at RB2. He's going to hope and have to hope for a nice, sexy little trade with somebody in our league.
Probably trade is his only way out of this. Tajay Spears he had is on his IR. He's also got George Kittle just sitting on his bench waiting to come back from IR. He's going to have to rely on Tyler Algier.
The backup for Bijan Robinson, never
Not
a good
looking
feeling.
good. He had 4 yards on the ground this past week, 1.15 fantasy points. Don't love it for Clint. He's going to have to trade his way out of this. Hopefully he makes some right moves because he's been my harshest critic. And now you're on the hot seat, pal. Do something sick.
Yep, DJ, bad week. I don't think your team's that bad. And then we got Bryce versus Brandon. And
what a
Bryce
matchup.
taking the mantle from Clint Evans for most devastating loss on the year.
Yep.
Losing 98.22 to 96.99. A little over 1.5 points because the kicker on the team that he loves, the Detroit Lions,
Jake Bates.
fucked him.
Totally fucked him. Went down to the wire there. Bryce just needed a little bit more out of Jared Goff last night and potentially Sam Laporta.
Didn't get it.
Couldn't get it. He couldn't get it.
The run game, too strong and too much.
It is what it is. Jake Bates proved to be too strong for Bryce to handle. Brennan goes to 2-1. Bryce drops to 1-2.
Suck it, Bryce. And Jimmy gave it to me, 145.15 to 124. I didn't play too terrible, but his team went off. His kicker went off. His defense went off. I fucking hated it, but he beat me by over 20. Congratulations, Jimbo. Don't get used to it. It's not going to happen later in the year, but he beat me bad.
In his own words, Gino is the garbage time god as far as points are concerned. Gino had a huge week. Like you said, Chase McLaughlin with a cool 20. Steelers defense with a cool 15. Christian McCaffrey, potential league winner.
I want him, Jimmy.
Jimmy, this guy wants McCaffrey. Jimmy and I have been in trade talks a lot. We damn near swapped half of our teams recently. I just found out shortly before this recording. And Jimmy's 3-0. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. With a dominating performance, 145 points, I think is the highest in the league. Congrats, Jimmy. 3-0. It's got to feel good.
Feels good for Jimmy. Feels bad for Klug. But fortunately for Klug, Week 4 is on the horizon. It's coming up real fast. And I have the great fortune of playing Sam Good this week. So hopefully I can keep him on his downslide into despair and get my team back at 500.
Hopefully you do not catch him on the perfect week. I'll tell you that much, because my friend Sam Good is capable, and he's good.
He is capable. I don't think it's going to happen. I got Klug by 1 million.
I got Klug by 1 million. I got DJ this week. DJ is 1-2. I am 2-1. He is projected to beat me at this point in time. That being said, I think I'm going to get huge weeks from Cam Scatterboo. I think Emeka Egbuka with Mike Evans out is going to have a monster week. I would give it to myself by 1 million. DJ, if you're listening, please rejoin the chat.
Yeah, I agree on all those points. Marcus by 1 million. Sorry, DJ, but your team's hot right now, Marcus. I hate to say it. That's why I got those sexy little sunglasses to deflect the glare from your hot team.
That's right.
Give me Marcus by 1 million.
Yeah, baby. Love that.
And then we got Brandon versus Jimmy. Brandon, God, I love you. Good man, good wife, great little house you're living in. I love hanging out. But Jimmy's gonna give it to you. Give me Jimmy by 1 million.
I would agree. Brandon, great guy. Nice house, great view, backyard.
Lovely.
Hospitality off the chains. Fantasy football wise, though, got to give it to Jimmy here. 2 good teams. I don't believe in Ashton Genty. I've said it from the beginning. I think that's going to be his downfall. Carson Wentz, no way he comes out that hot. Jimmy rolls to 4-0 without making a single move this week.
Speaking of people I love, Bryce Smith, our special little boy. God, I love Bryce. He's getting married soon. We're all very excited. He's
Super
running
excited.
into a goddamn buzzsaw that is Kyle Alexander. Give me Kyle by 1 million.
I've got Kyle at almost every position. I think Bryce is better with Nico Collins than Jacoby Myers. But outside of that, I see Kyle potentially winning in every other category possible. Give me Kyle by 2 million.
Ooh, 2 million. That tough to hear. And then we got Trevor taking on Sam Camp. Sam Camp, can he right the ship this week, or will he lose to Trevor's increasingly scary core of running backs and terrifying combo of elite quarterbacks? I think he will. Give me Trevor by 1 million.
I think Brock Purdy potentially being back helps Sam Camp's stock just a little bit. Outside of that, though, I got to give it to Trevor. Sam's best assets are his running backs right now, and Trevor's running backs are just playing better than that. So Give me Trevor over Sam by a million.
And then that brings us to our toilet bowl of the week. Rami versus Peen. Gross. Just gross matchup. Rami, your team's real bad. I don't know what's going on. And Peen, you got a decent team on paper, underperforming and full of just real scary options. Bryce Young, Jamar Chase, Michael Penix Jr. I hate it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm just glad I'm not part of that matchup. That being said, give me Peen by a million. Rami, your team is so bad.
Rami needs a big week from Travion Henderson and Alvin Kamara like you wouldn't believe. Joe Flacco is not that guy, unfortunately. Give me Peen by 2 million.
And would you look at that? That is our week 4, except for our matchup of the week between former roommates, good friends, going back many years. Mr. Tom Bournes coming off one of the hottest weeks we've seen this year, going up against Clint, who is devastated. Lost James Conner for the year. As Cardinals fans, we are also very sad. Not nearly as sad or depressive as Clint. But yeah, it's a good matchup still. Clint's got a good team. I want to see... I hate making this prediction without seeing who he's going to trade for this week, assuming he does trade for someone. I don't think he will. He's kind of a bitter asshole to trade with. Sorry, Clint. Give me Tom by a million.
My ultimate goal right now is to trade with Clint as my biggest critic in all my trades. He said his biggest goal this year is to show everybody how stupid I am at fantasy football.
Yep.
And so therefore, I would love to make a trade with you, Clint. Holler at me. I got a couple guys you might be interested in. That being said, without any moves being made, Tom is going to win by 1 million points. Justin Jefferson and Jackson Smith is a deadly duo, assuming Saquon Barkley returns to form. Potentially Omarion Hampton showing us who he is. Give me Tom by 2 million.
I'm going to say it, and I don't love saying it, but Tom's got a sexy, scary little squad.
He does have a sexy, scary little squad.
Congratulations, Tom.
Congratulations, Tom. Hope to have you on the pod soon. We'll talk all about it. Before we get into our next segment, I do want to introduce our not sponsor of the week, Four Peaks Brewing.
Local.
Kilt Lifter, Amber Ale, Arizona Cardinals edition.
Ooh,
Go Cards. Cards
Yeah.
got the Seahawks on Thursday night. Devils play Friday night. It's going to be an awesome start to the amazing football weekend. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to Harry in the back. Cheers to my co-host Caleb Klug. And cheers to all of you, because this next segment is a song about two of our very, very special friends who at this moment could use a little encouragement.
And a little bit of help.
What a difference a year can make.
Sam. Tell me what happened. What happened to you?
Last year you stole the bracelet from Clue.
Then you drafted Tua Tagovailoa.
And you kept Chase Brown. What more could you do?
$96 for Jake Browning too.
It was 97. Fat means nothing to you.
You've got Justin Fields. What a choice.
You got Chris Olave, who don't have a voice.
You lost CeeDee Lamb last week. What will you do?
I hated to see it, even though I was playing you.
Then we got Sam Camp. Team is so bad.
What happened to my friend Sam? And and my other friend Sam, and my other friend Sam. You've got Tech McMillan, doing nothing for you, doing nothing for you. You thought Jawan Jennings would play the whole year through. What will your children think of you? They probably don't know what's happening in fantasy, dude. Down goes their father, straight down to the beans. And there goes Sam Good too. Ooh, what does it mean? Fantasy football can be so cruel.
Yep. So just a little ditty about, can't say that anymore. Sorry, guys. Little song about our friend Sam and our other friend Sam. We're worried about you guys. Your team's so bad. What happened?
The fact that the Beans tier is filled with Sam Good, Sam Camp, and Rami. 2 out of the 3 of those names don't make a lot of sense. Seeing them down there in the goopy beans. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough for everybody. And I would never, ever kick a man while he's down. Sam Good, we're cheering for you, pal.
Yep. Weird to see that golden refraction of light coming down from the Beans. Sam Good, you won last year. What the hell did you do to your team? I'm sure both of these fellas are scratching their head at night, kicking around in the air. Hopefully, don't kick your dogs, don't kick your kids. But yeah, it's tough to see people you love struggling, but it also isn't, because it's fantasy football. Feels good that they're down there and I'm not with them. My team's 1-2. We're coming back up strong. I got Jackson Dart. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm 2-1. I'm tied for first in my division, and also I have Cam Scattaboo and Emeka Egbuka, 2 rookies that I believe in, who I love. My team is the funnest to look at as it's been in years. I haven't been this excited about my boys in a long time. I think I got a good recipe down, and the app's going to learn eventually that I'm a real contender here.
Marcus is happy. He's feeling confident, and I speak for everybody else in the league saying we hate it, but it's up to us to stop it. I don't know if that's going to happen this week. Sorry about it, but that's all from me. I hope I win this week.
I hope you win this week too, pal. Always cheering for you. Hope I win this week, become 3-1. I'm a force to be reckoned with, and I think the rest of the league's finally coming around to it.
God, I hope not. Shout out Juliana.
Shout out to Juliana. Shout out to the whole Nicosia family. Love them. From all of us here at the Commissioner's Notes, make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Commissioner's Notes on Instagram, Commissioner's Notes Podcast on YouTube. Stay along for the ride. A lot of these podcasts in fantasy football world, a lot of talking heads. We give a little bit more personality than that.
Yep, we do. Bye.
See ya.